Why, hello, and welcome back to another LOTRO tale. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, and we're continuing our voiceover series here in The Lord of the Rings Online, where we left off. If you're binge watching the series, I'm sure it's just the next episode for you, but it's great to be making a video today, my friends. Welcome. All right, so we're going to do Chapter 10, Book 10, Chapter 10, Talk to Laradon. Then. Okay, so let's go over and talk with him real quick. If my memory serves me well from my timeline, again, we don't date these time or time when when I make these videos. Cut that out, editing's on. No, don't. Oh, all right, fine. From my memory serves me well, we were talking with the prisoner, right, that we caught from, and we were trying to find out what is happening with the, basically there's an evil leadership of Angmar. I think she's like, I forget, she's some really evil person, and he's we'll remember in a minute. Yeah, I know guys, so descriptive. Great job, Zollin, great job. Anyway, just a bunch of E-A-O-E. So let's go ahead and talk with him and see where we're at. So this will actually give us a little description here, Book 10. Laradon is in the room atop the stairs behind the door on your right as you enter the island of Tunudir. Okay, on your right, so wrong way. Calenglad told you that Laradon wishes to speak with you about the Palantir and asked you to persuade him that the Dunedain must win a decisive victory in Numinos before it will be possible to reclaim the Palantir. All right, background. Mordrambor, that's the guy I was talking about, has been a useful prisoner, but Calenglad and Laradon are both concerned that he still wields some power for deceit. Of course he does. All right, so this is the elf that's been helping us. It's Laradon. That's what I've been calling him. He has a similar model to Aladin, but it's not, just so everyone knows.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? Welcome, Voice of the Rings, and your viewers. I mean, what? I am glad that you have come. You do not seem well, my friend. You cannot defend all of Numinos yourself, despite Calenglad's wish that you might. I asked you to come because I want to know if Mordrambor has spoken at all of the Palantir to you. He has not. I find it most interesting that he has kept you busy with military matters in the city. Well, we know that this is the girl I was talking about, by the way. Amartheliel has a Palantir in her possession. My heart tells me that Mordrambor is delaying us for his mistress. Her goal has not changed. She seeks Narchul. Do not be distracted by the errands on which he sends you. I'm sorry if I'm messing up these names. I'm just having fun reading them, okay? Will you bring my words to Tanda, the ranger that guards Mordrambor? Tell him that I will come to see him in a few hours. I want to ensure that he is alert to the danger of his prisoner's whisperings. The music. All right. All right, so we need to go and warn them. 111. Let's go talk with him real quick. He should be right over here. Call of the Second Age. Give me 10% movement speed. All right, here he is. Mr. Tandon.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? I look forward to Laradon's visit, Zollin Ironshield. The prisoner is not very good company, and I have seen him giving me unpleasant looks out of the corner of my eye. The air in this room feels so stifling, too. I may see if I can have Forchon or Nertrum take a shift or two. After Laradon's visit, It will do me good to clear my head and put an end to the prisoner's constant ramblings. He has taken to rattling off the exploits of his fellows. One of them in particular, if I never heard the name, Guldrchur. Again, I would be greatly pleased. Guldrchur will destroy thee. Amathilion will soon set him to it.
Thy efforts are for naught.
Didst thou repulse the attack of thy friends? It matters not. But I admire thy efforts in the face of such overwhelming odds. Thou canst not prevail against Guldurchin. Fear, friend Zollin, no matter how strong or wise thou thinkest thyself to be, for Guldurchin wields Tom Morgul. The defeat of the Dunedain will be complete when he brings its power to bear upon the city.
Gullikir has the power to destroy the Dunedain. Gullikir has the power to destroy the Dunedain.
Gullikir. Okay, Gullikir. Okay. Thou wishes to hear more of Tan Morgul, friend Zollin? I thought thou wouldest. It is a relic of ancient Numenor, corrupted, though, through the dark arts of my brethren, and gifted to Guladurn for safekeeping. Thou wonderest why he has not brought it to bear upon the city. The reason is simple. Amatheriath forbade him from using it until she had derived as much amusement as she could from the pathetic struggles of the Dunedain. That time draws near. If thou wouldst postpone thy utter defeat, thou wouldst do well to relieve Guladir of Tam Morgul, and soon his restraints will not last forever. My jailer has something to say. What could that be, Zollin?
Greetings.
We have come to it at last, Zollin. I can feel it. I have not had an easy time guarding the prisoner, but it will all be worthwhile if we can defeat this Gullinchur before he is permitted to use Tan Morgul against us. We are in luck, too, because I have fought against Gullinchur and know where he is. Shortly after Numenos was taken, a small group of us fought to the uppermost level of the city. There, in a courtyard full of fell idols and cursed trappings above Ancharn Gulathrod, we encountered Gullinchur. He drove us away, and our assault was ended in defeat. That courtyard is called Menelband. If you can fight your way up through the city of Menelband, you might be able to defeat Gullinkern and take Tom Morgul from him. The day could be ours. Collected. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go do it. All right. He's like, go, Zollin, voice of the rings. Slay our enemies. Be victorious. All right. There we go. Meow. If you ever want to play with us, by the way, a little side note. We play on the server CrickHollow. But if you're watching this more new or later, there is a small chance that we may be on a new regular server, but a 64-bit server. But go watch my updated videos and information on Discord if you want to join for updated stuff on that, because this video you may be watching in 10 years and might have different information. But again, I hope you're enjoying yourself no matter when you're watching this. When it first comes out or 10 years later, I hope that it brings lots of fun and joy to your day or the storytelling, because that's the goal. All right, so where do we have to go? Where does he? Oh gosh, we have to go way into the city. Okay, well, the good news is I believe I can get there pretty easily. Those are really fun voiceovers to do. And also, that was a really fun story. So, we gotta go stop this guy. I mean, unless it's just a trap. Because it could just be a trap. Gosh, it's way up there. So let's take a boat to the dock. And then we will make it over there.
What do you need?
What do you need? I would like a boat, sir, to the land of Men Erin. Thank you. Ooh, teleportation. All right, beautiful, beautiful night here in Evendon. It's glorious. We can probably turn the music back up, huh? There, how's that? Pretty background music. All right. Ride like the wind, Clyde, my giant horse. Out of my way, you vile Craig something. All right, so we need to fight our way into Menelband. So the good news is I am level 73, and this quest is technically level 50, so it should be quite easy for us to just take them out. I don't know if you've noticed, I've said this in the past LOTRO Tales, but we are focusing on the storytelling in the voiceover series. So we are getting to the point where we're not really leveling very quickly. We're just focusing on whatever the chapters give us and where they start and that kind of stuff. So once we finish this one, unless it leads me to another one, I will be going on to the LOTRO wiki and finding where the next best spot for this, around our level we can grab a chapter story quest. Now I do the regular quests as well with voiceovers, but I'm going to save some of the more side menial stuff for future. We're being completionists and going back and finishing other story plots or whatever. But for now, there is so many literal thousands, probably, of hours that we could do of the main story plots. Maybe, I don't know if that much. It's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe it's not that much, but let's stick with like hundreds, like 500 hours probably, at least. So how many episodes would that be? If my episodes are about 20, 25 minutes? It's a lot of episodes. You can do the math. I'm not doing it. It's very exciting though. All right. It means we have forever adventures. Maybe not forever, but it's pretty close to feeling like that as the content creator and as the viewer. We have lots and lots of videos that I can still make. And that's just talking about the LOTRO story plot, anything else to do with the game. That's pretty crazy. So normally this would be a very hard thing to do. It looks like there's some combat happening here between these guys and Rangers. They need my help. I will help the Rangers. There. I saved these Rangers. What are you guys doing? There. I helped these Rangers out. Anytime, laddies. Can I go up here to get to it? I think so. Where's my horse? Oh, nope, that's not my horse. It's following me around. I gotta mount up on that horse. There we go. Yeah, so they just fight. They fight each other all the time. That's kind of what it's, you know, it's a war going on in Numenos. They want to take it back. For the Rangers of the North. I don't know what it is about the Rangers of the North, but that's just such a cool term. And since I was a little child, anything Lord of the Rings, when I heard Rangers of the North, I just was like, that is so cool. I just remember thinking as a little kid. Oh, there he is. Guladur. Guladur, I've come to take back Tan Morgul. Get out of my way, Beast. He's ah! I shall slay thee with my horse as support. He's like, ha, you fool, you'll never be able to. Fools! Did the Rangers send you? You are no more than other band of pawns sent to their doom at my hands. Really? What if I just summon a beam of light? Impossible! Alright, I collected Tom Morgul, some weapon off him. Now that we have it, I could probably just teleport back to make it faster for us. There we go. We'll read this map for a quick teleportation. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this back animation in so long. My other character has different back animation now. Alright, we're here. This music. Sorry, I'll stop. On a good day, I could sing the note. I can actually sing pretty high. I can get up to the top of the treble clef pretty easy. Usually, you know, bass I can get to the mid bottom of the I can't really go like booming. I can't go booming low like some. I can go about there. That's my regular talking voice. If I'm singing, no. Really got to warm up when you're singing though. It's so funny. Singing is what is happening to my horse, by the way. I'm pushing him. How about we stop that right now? Why do I have a feeling if I bring this weapon to Mordrambor, he's just gonna like steal it and get away? Seems like a bad idea, what I'm doing right now. Hear that? Listen to that singer. Do you hear that note? Dude, that is a bass singer right there. Oh my gosh. If I warm up, I can sing pretty low and pretty high. But you really shouldn't just sing. Like, even when I do my voiceover series, I try to talk a little bit before I start doing it. Because if I don't start my normal voice talking first, you can really pull your vocal cords and strain things if you're trying to go really high voice. And also, it's interesting because with singing, you want to like really project and fill up your lungs, right? For doing the low notes or the high notes, right? You're going really high or low or whatever. But when it comes to voiceovers, you really have to think more about, you also have to fill your lungs really well, but you have to worry about like the, what is it? Doing the timbre matching and stuff where you're really changing what your actual normal voice sounds like to like fit. If you guys know what timbre is, it's kind of like the tone quality. So like, for example, the best description I would say is like a trumpet has a very different timbre than a violin, right? They don't sound similar. But a trumpet and a, I don't know, alto saxophone, right? They can have a very similar timbre. They're not going to be the same, but they're going to be closer, right? It's going to sound closer to being a similar sound, if that makes sense. So like, again, why our voices are all so unique in the world and why it's fun. I enjoy doing voiceovers, trying to match other voices or make up voices, is that like, you're trying to like get as close as you can to sounding like that individual, right? And sometimes it's not just the volume or the pitch. Pitch is the up and down, right? You know, middle voice, low voice, high voice. That's just pitch. But if you're trying to hit someone's timbre, like I could talk higher, but I still sound kind of like me when I talk higher. But then I can do something creepy and just, hello there, right? And just totally change it. And now you're starting to sound less like yourself and more like something else, right? You're changing the timbre of the sound, which again, that's what that term means. It's kind of a weird word. It's even spelled weird, but it's kind of fun. Anyway, there's your little lesson on some sounds and music today. Moving on. You guys are like, all right, yeah, thanks, Zollin. Anyway, I hope you guys, you're still watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. All right, here we go.
Yes, my friend. Yes.
Yes, my friend. Yes. See, even like, if I just try to match his voice, right? Yes, my friend. Yes. It still sounds like me. But then you could try to like get the timbre, right? Yes, my friend. Yes. Right? You really try to like get the similar sound, which is what I try to do. It's not, you can't do it, it's almost impossible to do everything because everyone's voice is unique. It's like, if you think of fingerprints or a snowflake, those are all unique. Voices are the same way. Every human has a different sound, and it has to do with how your voice comes out, you know, your vocal cords, your throat, your lungs, your nasal passages, your mouth, everything, your bone structure, that all changes the sound, right? Now, granted, we have the ability to manipulate it as humans with our tongue and our different things we can do with our muscles, right? Change how the sound comes out, and the vocal cords, but you're never really going to be able to 100% do it, but you can get real close sometimes. So like if you had a machine listening, you probably wouldn't be able to perfectly match all the different tones, the overtone series, which is a whole nother thing I've explained in the past, but I'll just finish with this. Overtone series is something that basically when you speak, the uniqueness of your voice, there's like when you drop a stone in water, you know how it does ripples and more ripples and more ripples? You know, you've seen that? If you drop a stone in the water, it kind of like, they keep bouncing off each other, and there's more and more and more, but there's still like one main one, right? That's kind of the overtone. You have a main sound, a main voice, but then you have like many of these other things. It doesn't have to do with like being a ventriloquist. That's something else a little bit, even though it sort of has to do with it. It's more of there's lots of these things that our ears can catch some of them. So usually that's why if you catch a voice correctly, like I'm really excited when I get one really good, because it's like you can kind of trick the ear, right? Because you're really close, right? And it means you're actually closer. You're really close to all the other overtones. But if you had a machine that heard the two people speaking and you're trying to match it where it sounds like you're exact, you'd probably still be able to see in like the hundreds of overtones that there's slight differences, right? But again, irrelevant if we can do it close enough that we won't be able to hear the difference, right? So anyway, there's your lesson on music today. I had a music degree and I love music, so I like to talk about that sometimes.
Yes, my friend.
Yes, my friend. I want no music for a moment. I want to hear just his voice. Let's hear it again.
Yes,
my friend. Yes. Untie my bonds and give me the relic you have taken from Golatir, Tan Morgul, heirloom of fallen Numenor.
Hey, what are you doing? Bring that over here.
What do you need?
What do you need? What do you think you are doing, Zollin? I do not know what happened to me, but something seemed to shake me from a deep slumber, and I saw you about to untie the prisoner. You need to steel yourself against his wiles. Did not Larndon tell you that he is treacherous, our prisoner, and we cannot let down our guard for an instant? I will take Tom Morgul and bring it to Callinglad. I do not think it is wise for you to spend too much time in the company of Mordrambor, Zollin, calling you friend all the time. I do not trust him, and neither should you. Agreed.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Might I take a moment of your time? Loradin came to see me, as you said he would, and he told me much the same, that our prisoner remains dangerous. I did not pay as much attention to these words as I would have, it seems. But I have something to tell you that this unfortunate business with Tan Morgul drove from my mind until now. Loradin has learned that the location of Amatherial's Palantir has been devised, a scheme by which it might be recovered. He is waiting for you in his room. I do not want to say any more about it while in the presence of the prisoner, but you should talk to Larndon about this at once. Okay. Alright, don't let him go. Don't let him escape, okay? No escaping. Talking like this, like pretending like you're in your head. Alright, good luck with that. Little roleplay animation there. Alright, we'll finish up by talking to Larndon. I'll make this video a little longer since I gave a little music lesson in the middle there. The door opening. Man, I could not sleep in here with those sound effects, that's for sure. Alright, Loradin, we're back.
What do you need?
Well, Zollin, welcome! I want a little better voice there. What did he say? Let's do his voice again.
Megovanen.
Zollin, welcome! You look better than when last I saw you. Did you manage to take some rest at last? The time for open fighting is over. Kalinglad is wise and strong, but he has been blinded by his pride. He will not retake Numenos before Amarthil locates Narchul. Mordrambor is a creature of lies, but in taunting me, I believe he has made a mistake. He said Amathiriel waited for me in Barad Tiron. Do you remember? Baron Tiron was where the kings of Numenos sat in judgment and heard the concerns of their people. The histories do not agree on this point, but a number of them record that the Palantir is of Numenos, was kept of Barad Tiron for use of the kings. That Palantir of Numenos is gone, drowned beneath the sea, but surely that is where Amathiriel strives with the Palantir she has recovered. We must assault Barad Tiron and reclaim the Palantir, Zollin. But hold, do not rush to Kalinglad just yet. This Palantir has been bound to the evil of the enemy, and the merest touch of it will cause us harm. We need some means to carry it. Golidir has such a means at Goth Fordrith, though it may cause him grief to remember that event of his fall. You must speak with Golidir on this matter. Only he can provide us with what we need. Golidir. Isn't Golidir like an Angmar? I think he's over in Angmar, isn't he? Golidir is the Rangers camp at Gothran. Yeah, East Angmar. Alright, well, I guess we're going to Angmar, laddies. And lasses. Alright, guys. With that, I think we're going to finish the episode here today. Have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. We'll have more LOTRO tales coming soon. As always. Stay happy, and we will be going to talk to Golidir about this situation in the next episodes of A Voice of the Rings. Baruch Hazar Kuzar Emenu. I'm at your service and your families, and stay happy, my friends. I'll see you in the next episodes. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Reb, for being a Royal Guardian. And like and subscribe. Maybe follow me on X and Facebook, and join our Discord. We play on the server CrickHollow if you ever want to play with us. Alright, have a great day, Middle-earth, guys. See you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Stay happy.